This is really a 2-hour presentation I give to high school students, cut down to 3 minutes. And it all started one day on a plane on my way to TED 7 years ago. And in the seat next to me was a high school student, a teenager. She came from a really poor family, and she wanted to make something of her life. And she asked me a simple little question. She said, "What leads to success?" And I felt really badly because I couldn't give it a good answer. So I get off the plane and I come to TED. And I think, geez, I'm in the middle of a room of successful people. So why don't I ask them what leads to success and pass it on to kids? So here we are, 7 years, 500 interviews later. And I'm going to tell you what really leads to success and makes testers stick. And the first thing is passion. Freeman Thomas says, "I'm driven by my passion." Testers do it for love, they don't do it for money. Carol Coletta says, "I would pay someone to do what I do." And the interesting thing is, if you do it for love, the money comes anyway. Work. Rupert Murdoch said it is all hard work. Nothing comes anyway. Nothing comes easily. But I have a lot of fun. Did he say fun? Rupert? Yes. Testers do have fun working and they work hard. I figure they're not workaholics, they're workaholics. Good. Alex Garden says, "To be successful, put your nose down in something and get damn good at it." So it's not magic, it's practice, practice, practice. And it's focus. Norman Jewison says to me, "I think it all has to do with focusing yourself on one thing." And push. David Gallo says, "Push yourself. Physically, mentally, you gotta push, push, push. You gotta push through shyness and self-doubts." Goldie Hawn says, "I always had self-doubts. I wasn't good enough, I wasn't smart enough, I didn't think I'd make it." Now, it's not always easy to push yourself, and that's why they invented mothers. Frank Gehry says to me, "My mother pushed me." Serve. Sherwin Newland says, "It was a privilege to serve as a doctor." Now, a lot of kids tell me they want to be millionaires, and the first thing I say to them is okay, well, you can't serve yourself. You gotta serve others something of value, because that's the way people really get rich. Ideas. Tester Bill Gates says, "I got an idea. Founding the first microcomputer software company." I say it was a pretty good idea. Now, is there no magic to creativity coming up with ideas? It's just doing something very simple. I give lots of evidence. So, persist. Joe Crow says, "Persistence is the #1 reason for success." We gotta persist through failure. We gotta persist through crap, which of course means criticism, rejection, assholes, and pressure. Now the bigger it is, the answer to this question is simple. Pay $4,000 and come to TED. Or failing that and do the A things. And trust me, this is the big A things that lead to success. And thank testers for all the interviews.